requests. The first one, the doctor's note says 4 to 6 weeks, so worst case scenario, we would need 16 and a half days of short-term disability, which comes up to about $825 for this person. And they do meet the qualifications of short-term disability.
Seems as though we don't have any choice but federal guidelines. I so move we approve it.
I'll second. Those for, raise your right hand. Opposed, same.
And the next one is for approximately 9 days and 5 hours for short-term disability. It comes up to $483, and they also qualify.
I would so move, Mr. Chairman, it also be approved.
I'll second. Any discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Those opposed, the same. Passed.
Next thing I have is a request to use the courthouse lawn and gazebo on May 3rd from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's the National Day of Prayer. There's a team called the National Day of Prayer team, and they've done this every year. It's up to you if you want to. They're usually pretty quiet. They pray and sing a little bit.
What's the date on that?
May 3rd, 2nd?
Yeah.
May 3rd.
Well, until we get Civil Liberties Union or anything, I'll still make a motion that we allow it until someone protests against it. Then we'll have to look at it as both sides. But right now we have no remonstrance against it or anything that I'm aware of. So I make a motion we approve it.
I'll second that. Any discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Those opposed, the same. Okay. National Day of Prayer, May 3rd, at the courthouse is approved.
A lot of activities that day. Not only this, but
really?
there's a breakfast and everything. So this isn't the only thing that's going on.
Okay. The last thing I wanted to bring up is our cell phones. We're going on 2 years. In June it will be 2 years we've been with AT&T. We started out with them about $24, $25 per phone. It's up to about $30, $31. They've gone up about $6 in the past 2 years. Wanted to know if you guys would want to consider giving the employees like $20, $25 to go towards a phone. I get a lot of complaints that they have to carry 2 phones. These are just suggestions I've heard, you know, instead of carrying 2, just have them fly, you know, give them $25 towards a cell phone. Or continually, I can go and look at other companies again, but I just think that's a big increase over 2 years. So, just discuss, think about it. Just wanted to bring it to your attention.
I think it's a great idea to instead of having 2 phones for everybody, to give them a stipend and they can go with that. The ones that need a phone, we may have to work with that. I think probably the engineer's office is going to need a county phone, but there will be a few of them. But what's your thoughts on that?
I'm just thinking, how will this money be given to them? Can't be on payroll because they take tax, I don't think it's
It
fair
is.
to take taxes out of it. Would you give them one check for the year? If so, that's gonna be considerable.
It has to be taxed.
It has to be taxed.
It would be considered almost like, the uniforms that we run through on payroll.
Shouldn't it actually be taxed in the first place though?
Yeah.
But there, we're going to a common, here we're going to individuals, right? We have 150 or so individuals. How many cell phones do people do we have?
About 50, 47.
50,
Yeah.
okay. So we have 50 people. You're certainly not gonna make out an extra monthly check. These come out of your office, Jen. What do you have to say?
It's the first I've heard of it, but I think it's a good idea. I'll have to look and see if we can pre-tax it. Might be able to run it through that way.
Why don't we do a little more research?
Yeah.
I say table it now. I would have, it sounds like a good idea, but I think we gotta find out all the details first, and see. I wish there was some way, but I don't wanna overtax Vicky either. But
Yeah.
some way it could be added in, but the tax rate's probably different than FICA and state and
How
federal.
much is our
So,
monthly bill?
why don't you work on it and see and bring it back to us?
Yeah.
That'd be
That's 50
Yeah.
times
So we
25.
have a motion to table?
motion to table that until Don gets back, puts his two bits.
I'll second that. Discussion, all
No.
approved, raise your right hand, against, same. Okay, we'll table that until next meeting, which is
April 16th.
April 16th?
Would we find that if we did this, that's why I would ask for an audit, that a lot more people would get a cell phone? If we pay them $25 a month, and it only costs them $5?
I would only say the people that are getting the cell phones now,
Would qualify?
yes. Only for work related.
Could we charge that to the departments maybe? And get away from,
Still have to be reimbursed back to the
Yeah.
individuals. It's not like we're increasing it, but, I mean, I have my own cell phone and I don't want a county cell phone,
the same way I am.
so
I
I
got
don't even
one,
look
I'm
at
glad
that.
to give it to someone.
But it's not costing me anything different, but,
But I understand also why I
Yes.
have to have
Yes.
that. And I'm not saying it's not used, but, okay, check it out and see.
Yes, please.